Gandang araw mga kabugtaw. Nung nilagay ng Google Maps yung West Philippine Sea, naku, maraming nagpiesta. Kahit yung AFP press con pa na may recognition na raw sa international community ng West Philippine Sea. Kahit si Sas Rogando nag-post, sabi niya, ganito ba kabobo yung AFP natin? Kasi yung Google that's a private company. And whatever they put there doesn't necessarily have the recognition of the international community. Tulad halimbawa, nung pinalitan ng Google yung Google Maps yung Gulf of Mexico sa Gulf of America dahil sa anunsyo ni Trump, nagprotesta yung Mexican government sa pangunguna ng presidente nila. Tapos may mga nabasa pa ako na finally, alam na natin kung saan ang West Philippine Sea. Sige nga, bigyan nyo nga sa akin yung coverage ng latitude saka longitude nun. Kasi ilang beses na pinaliwanag na to change the name of the sea, you have to write the International Hydrographic Society. Then you must have all parties agreed para mapalitan yung pangalan ng karagatan na yan or kalupaan. Ang dami talagang bobo sa Pilipinas o pag sabihin na natin sa mundo. Kaya ang pag-usapan natin ngayon, tamang-tama, Good Friday, ay religion, ideology, stupidity. Because there's a very, very close interaction between these three subjects, no? Religion, ideology, and stupidity. Normally, ideology is defined as a set of ideas or systems of belief, like political system. However, ideology has a negative meaning also. No? It refers to a set of beliefs in the negative sense, no? Or a worldview that is seen as distorted, biased, or manipulative, often used to justify power structures or that obscure the truth. No? Yeah. At nung nakaraan, pinag-usapan din natin yung weaponizing stupidity under the theory of Dietrich Bonhoeffer, that stupidity can be weaponized. So, anong connection? Napansin ko, the more religious a community or a society is, the more uncritical thinking they are. The more mas religyoso, mas hindi critical mag-isip. Bakit? Siyempre kasi sa religion, kailangan tanggapin mo lang without question. Di ba? Nung nakaraan, sabi ko, we have to question everything, even our own belief, especially our own belief system, no? Our own perspective. We have to constantly question them. Kaya sa religion is really control for power and, of course, money. And Filipino people are very, very religious. Pero ano naman, mababaw. Sa pinaliwanag ka na noon, yung split level Christianity or double standard morality, wherein there is a conflict between church and school values against home and community values. In other words, they learn one thing in the church or in school, they do another thing outside. At paliwanag ko na rin noon yung konsepto ng formalism ni Max Scheler, isang German philosopher, actually favorite philosopher ni John Paul II. And he said, when the substance is lost, people resort to form. Pag wala na raw laman, binabawi sa forma. In fact, yung mga halimbawa ni Scherer doon ay yung mga Pariseo dahil wala ng spirituality, so binabawi sa ritual. Sa kanila, ang pagiging religyoso ay sumusunod sa ritual. At nagulat sila, nakita si Jesus na taga Nazareno, taga Nazaret na hindi sumusunod sa ritual, no? Healing the sick during the Sabbath, not washing their hands before meal. No? Kasi sabi ni Jesus of Nazareth, the law is made for man and not man for the law. Kaya kasi napaka-legalistic nito mga Pariseo. That's why even Jesus said, come to me for my burden is uh, uh, for my yoke is easy and my burden is light. Yung mga Bible scholar na nagsasabi medyo inadequate yung translation kasi dapat my laws are easy and my burden is light. Kasi ang mga Hudyo no, nabuburden na sila sa legalism ng mga Pariseo, no? Di numero. Kasi walang laman eh. Makikita natin ngayon yan sa ngayong Holy Week. Puro ritual. Pero ewan ko kung naintindihan ba nila o sinasabuhay ba nila o ini-internalize nila. Halimbawa, yung bisita iglesia, wala yan, gimmick lang yan. Naalala ko nung may nagsabi sa akin, let's do the 3 o'clock hobby. Or yung tuwing Disyembre, yung Misa Ligario, kung kumpleto mo rin yung siyam na misa, gagawa ka ng wish and it will be granted. Hindi totoo yun. Tuwan lang yung suzerainic, no? Slave mentality. I'll do this for my landlord and I expect a reward. Yung tinatawag na suzerainty treaty, which was during the system during the feudal era, no, landlord serf, no? Kaya na carried over yan, reward and punishment. Kaya maraming Pilipino ang hindi nag-iisip, andyan pa rin sa nivel ng ritual, andyan pa rin sa nivel ng forma, pero walang laman. Ngayon, itong stupidity ng mga Pilipino will be our own downfall. Kasi although maraming dahilan, I mentioned that several times also, hindi lang reliyon. Isa sa mga laing dahilan din yan, yung failure ng educational system natin, kultura, marami. Pero religion is a very, very strong motivator for people to think uncritically. Kaya andyan yung mga slogan, West Philippine Sea, atin to, or nakikita mo sa mga congressional hearing, for those, yung mga vloggers, they were really thinking. But takot ang Kongreso sa mga taong nag-iisip. Na-mention ko yan last time kay Dietrich Bonhoeffer, that thinking people are considered as a threat to the status quo because they subvert the system, they question the system. And authoritarian rule does not want people to question them. And that same culture is in religion. Basta sinabi ng pari, tama yan. So nandyan tayo ngayon dito sa Pilipinas. No? Kaya ano mangyayari sa atin? Like may nakausap ako one time. Pinaliwanag ko na ang mga technicality ng UNCLOS para sa South China Sea. Ayaw pa rin. Pro US. Kasi sabi ko nga, no, these people are not open to new ideas. Kung ano lang sa kanila, yun na. They're convinced of their own falsehood. May solusyon ba? Meron naman. Tingin ko hindi madali. Because there's a great difference between religion and spirituality. Sabi nga nila, religion are for those who are afraid of hell, whereas spirituality are for people who have been there and back. Hindi na takot. Ang religion kasi nananakot eh. Ang spirituality liberates, no, us from our fear. How do you achieve that? That not through prayer, yung dasal-dasal mo dyan, luhod-luhod mo dyan, halik-halik mo dyan sa santo, posisyon-posisyon. No. No? It has to start with silence. Pero mahirap yan kasi mga Pilipino maingay. Takot sa silence sa mga Pilipino. Deep meditative prayer, wala rin sa kultura natin yan. Kasi maingay nga kahit yung worship ng mga Pilipino karami. I'm not only talking here of the Catholic religion. I'm talking of religion in general that discourages critical thinking. And the CIA knows about that. Kaya nga, yung libro ni Sarah Diamond, Spiritual Warfare. Sarah Diamond, ewan ko kung nandun pa rin siya, was a professor at the UCLA. No? And yung libro niyang Spiritual Warfare, she documented how the CIA created or supported this new religious movement that proliferates a very, very conservative spirituality. God in me lang, me in the people, wala na. No? Because it numbs them from the daily hassles and bustles and realities of life. Kaya tama si Marx, no? When he said religion is the opium of the people. Kaya as long as Filipinos are very religious, ang kamangmangan ay maghahari. Marami pa rin maniniwala sa propaganda, sa mga fake news. Tingnan niyo kung paano nila binabaliktad yung fake news, no? Yung sinasas na nagsasabi ng technicalities ng UNCLOS tungkol sa South China Sea, fake news. Pero yung West Philippine Sea, atin to, hindi fake news. Pero actually, yun ang tunay na fake news. Ang China, bully. Ang China tumutulong sa mga sangkatauhan. Yun, fake news daw. Pero ang China bully, hindi fake news. Katotohanan kasi yun ay propaganda. Pero yun ang pinapaniwalaan. Kaya nakaka-frustrate na. Nakaka-frustrate na yung mga tao ay hindi nag-iisip. Malayo-layo pa siguro ang tatahakin ng Pilipino para maabot natin yung nivel na yan na ang Pilipino maging critical thinker. Pero sabi ko nga last time, when society progresses economically, religious influence also wane. Pero society will only progress if people begin to think critically. Tingnan mo yung Japan, lalo yung Germany, talagang very critical thinkers, no? Kaya very progressive sila, ganun din ang mga Hapon. So parang vicious cycle. Uunlad tayo pag nagsimula mag-isip mga Pilipino at mag-wane ang religion, di-decline, pero hindi tayo uunlad kasi ang mga Pilipino hindi nag-iisip kung saan tayo pupulutin. Kaya gawin na lang natin in our little corner, let's begin to encourage people to think critically. In fact, as a philosophy teacher, for more than 30 years, that has been my problem. How to push students to think critically. Kasi lumaki sila sa spoon feeding eh. Lumaki sila sa educational system that failed na dinisign ng mga Amerikano. No? Talagang engineer yan, no? Para maging bobo ang mga Pilipino. So, nakaka-frustrate. No? Nakaka-frustrate. Pero yun lang. Let's not give up. Patuloy lang natin. Kasi religion, ideology, and stupidity, they go together. Kaya I hope we can break the vicious cycle.